A strong brand identity can be the source of competitive and financial strength. However, building and managing brand identity is a complex and difficult management task as it requires very diverse data collection methods and a variety of skills and processes to implement in practice. This underpins the need for a carefully planned strategy and sensitive approach when managing brand identity. The managerial implication includes 7 cyclic steps. The first step is about stating identity for corporate brand and link this identity to corporate vision. The process asks manager to know who they are as an organization and what do they stand for. The process also asks manager to make company-wide audit of brand expression, revisit brand cultural heritage, and analyze brand image among stakeholders. The second step is about linking corporate vision to organizational culture and image. The process asks manager to recognize the corporate brand, create a coherent brand organization, and provide managerial foundation to implement processes. The third step is about involving stakeholders through organizational culture and image. Here, the process asks manager to involve internal and external stakeholders in the corporate brand, practice a shared cultural mindset, and ensure active inclusion of global stakeholders' perceptions. The fourth step is about integrating corporate vision, organizational culture, and image around the brand identity. The manager should also understand that it is also about integrating brand around market and business areas. Step 5 is about tracking brand performance and corporate branding gaps. Active and continuous monitoring of brand performance and possible identity gaps is needed. Step 6 is about detecting identity gaps. There are 3 possible situations generally observed in this regards. The first situation display gap between vision and culture. The second possibility is the gap between culture and image, and the third situation speaks about gaps between image and vision. Gaps between vision and culture occur when the strategic vision top management plans for the organization is not in line with the reality of the corporation. This is found when employees are not able to or willing to live up the ambitious goals set by management. To uncover these gaps between vision and culture, it must be investigated if and to what extent employees support the vision planned by top management. It is also essential to uncover if all functions or subcultures in the organization approve and support the vision. If all subcultures or groupings of an organization do not work to achieve the same goal, it is very difficult to build a coherent brand identity. Gaps between image and culture occur if employees do not deliver on the brand promise and thereby disappoint consumer expectations. Here, the focus of investigation is the extent to which employees' perception of brand identity is in line with the stakeholder associations and evaluations of brand image and reputation. It is vital to uncover how brand stimuli and the interaction between employees as a carrier of brand identity and stakeholders contribute to the formation of brand image. Misalignments between vision and image can result in consumers rejecting new product launches or marketing activities if they do not feel that it is the right direction for the brand. Misalignment between vision and image is serious and can be a symptom of inertia or lack of sufficient consumer intelligence. As a consequence, the company will miss out on market potential and consumer loyalty. To detect whether there are dangers of misalignment between vision and image, it must be identified who the primary stakeholders of the brand are and what these stakeholders expect from the brand identity. Effective, continuous interaction and communication with the stakeholders are required in order to avoid misalignment between these two sources of brand identity. The last step is about aligning the identity gaps. Any management process and activity, big or small, requires the right insight into the elements that are to be managed. In the case of brand identity, the goal is not to get information about different elements separately, but to observe and analyze the interplay between them. It is their alignment that is the key to a strong brand identity. To align gap between vision and culture, managers should understand that not only set of communication but also out of box activities and continuous training ensures that employees understand and support the corporate identity. To align gap between culture and image, managers should set up organizational identity in a way that supports the image and reputation of the brand identity. Measure all contact points between stakeholders and employees against image and reputation. To align gap between image and corporate identity, managers should make sure that top management is informed, customer insights and new tendencies are detected. Avoid inertia and self-consumed irrelevant brand launches or activities by taking image perceptions seriously.